Ale jeden punkt.
What do you want? Why do you think? We're in danger. We ignore the omens at our peril. More? First, I saw a raven land in the crow's nest, and the other birds carried on as if nothing had happened. Then there's the white phantom swimming below the foam on the river. And just earlier, I saw a stag and a boar standing in the river.
No I... Może chciał się napić. Białe zjawy? Ale ty masz na serio wypujał w obrazie, nie?
It isn't. Now you know what awaits us. Evil. I'm glad you believe me. More? Perhaps. What would you like to hear? I can tell you about the time when I met the River Father himself. Or the story of how I once caught a golden mermaid.
Nie, po prostu coś zdobiają.
I was still a youngster like you, and my captain was inexperienced. In the dead of night, he steered our ship straight into a huge boulder. I was thrown from the deck and plunged into the river's icy grip. Dragged far below the surface by a powerful vortex, I was sure my time had come. But then I saw a brightly lit valley full of creatures, the like of which I had never dreamt could exist. Three-eyed dolphins danced about playing with bubbles, while human-like figures with transparent skin and fins swam about between schools of seahorses and giant krakens. And then I saw him, with his long, flowing beard and mighty crown of muscles, the River Father. More? As a young river boatman, I often used to go out alone on the river in a rowing boat to catch fish. One day, there was such a mighty tug on the line that I thought perhaps I'd caught a gigantic pike. Well, I pulled with all my might, but I could barely hold on to my rod. So I bound myself to the mast and let the fish drag the boat along behind it. For 3 whole days it dragged me upstream until it tired. Only then was I able to pull in my line. When I saw what I had caught, I was terrified. A mermaid with hair of pure gold. Luckily, she was unconscious, so I cut off a lock of her hair and rode away as fast as I could before she could cast a spell on me.
Właśnie.
More? Ah, yes. That's one of the old toll keys that used to line the river. Of course, they're all ruins nowadays, and the few remaining guards in the river, well, they are too busy with themselves to care. Oh, yes, Thurstone Tollgate is still in use, but a good boatman counts his blessings when he has passed that place. The things I've seen there. When I was still a young cabin boy, we passed the toll gate in thick fog. I was watching the raging waters from the deck when I saw it. The monster. Its body was covered with spikes, and its eye was as big as a wagon wheel. I only spied it for a moment, and I pray to the River Father every night that I shall never set eyes on it again.
Bardzo wybijam wyobraźnię.
More? More?
Dobrze. A, chłopak już sobie śpi. To nagle czerwone. Dobra, to chyba wszystko faktycznie. No i na skrzynia tylko. Dobra.
What now? We've already explained that we do not wish to be disturbed.
So you want to get to know us, do you? If you don't stop listening to our conversations, you'll get to know my axe.
Don't take it to heart. My friend's axe is much sharper than his mind, and his moods are far worse than his breath.
Kano, just say the word and I'll introduce you to my axe as well.
Oh, thank you for your kind offer, but I've already had the pleasure. And by the way, my name is Dabro, not Kano. Dabro Foxhill, remember?
Stop it, both of you. Now let's get on with our discussion, if we may. Forgive me, kind sir, but we wish to be alone. What now? We've already explained that we do not wish to be disturbed.
Oh, thank you for that reassuring piece of information. I'm sure we've earned a nap.
I have to agree with him there. I'll sleep like a log after all that cursed rocking and rolling about on the ship.
Nobody's going to bed yet. Or have either of you slackards come up with a good idea yet? Please explain to the captain that we have matters to discuss, and that it will take as long as it takes. We wish to remain undisturbed. Understood?
Dobra.
Have you spoken with the gentleman? Well, that's their business, isn't it? Thank you for helping to set the camp for the night. Pete has laid out your bedroll. It's the one with the yellow blanket over by the fire. Sleep well, comrade.
Z żółtym śpiworma. Jest. Dobra. Coś mi mówi, że ta noc będzie dość ciekawa. A.
Wake up! We're under attack!
Łobudu! Jeden par. No zabij go. Zabij, zanim ucieknie. No, zabawy. Auć. No trafże go. Aj, coś ci nie idzie stary. Jeszcze się obronił.
Help me!
Watch out! Behind you!
Gwiazdki widzę!
We reached Nadoret early the next day after that nighttime episode. Of course, we didn't want to leave our brave, unconscious comrade-in-arms behind on board the Star of Furdock. I would never have dreamed that that poor devil would end up saving us later.
Czy ja słyszę kury?
By Angos's beard,
Mamusiu!
look at this bump,
Jesteś
filthy
nóżką!
cowards.
Whoever survives a blow like this must rank high in Fex's favor.
Maybe someone like that is just a tough nut to crack. You with your fex all the time. Bah!
1 day. Give me just 1 day without you two loggerheads. Is that too much to ask?
Oh yeah? And how about that time when you and Forgrim...
Well,
Oh, seems like someone is coming around.
Good to see you alive and in one piece. It seems you are really tough. These two quarrelsome fellows are Kano and Forgrim.
Barosham.
It is an honor.
And I am... well, just call me Ardo. I see, yes. You were... unconscious. Just take your time to ask any questions, and you'll get an answer. You are in Nadoret. Captain Albas was in a hurry to set sail. He told us that you also want to go to Nadoret, so we said we would care for you until you recovered.
Of course we would put you up at a inn.
szkoda, że nie leżałem trochę dłużej.
Here you are, on the pier and conscious. You recovered very quickly indeed.
Fine. If you want to know anything else, just ask.
It was like this. When I saw what the gutless thugs had done to you, I jumped in the middle of a bunch of the cowards. I must have given about a dozen
Nie
of
wydaje
them
mi się, żeby
a
było aż
good
ich
whopping.
tyle.
It's not even worth mentioning.
Oh, that's the truth. Forgrim forgot to mention that his dozen opponents were so demoralized by my fencing skills that they just gave up fighting. At least those who hadn't already been knocked out by the week of alcohol.
Oni się chyba kochają.
Fencing skills don't make me laugh. They couldn't stop laughing when they saw you waving that thing in the air like an idiot. And you can't fight when you're laughing. If I were you, I'd...
That's enough, you two. If you had been able to forget your vanity for a while, these cowards would never have got away from us. And now we're back where we started.
Did you hear that? Who likes to be attacked, eh? No. It's the merchandise that we lost when we were attacked. Without it, we're back to where we started.
Fine. If you want to know anything else, just ask. Oh, don't take that so seriously. We just didn't want to be disturbed. And we didn't know who was skulking around our camp. Pardon our gruff manner. Fine. If you want to know anything else, just ask. She got a couple of scratches, but nothing serious. The captain thinks she'll be on her feet again in a couple of days. Fine. If you want to know anything else, just ask. You are right. Enough talking. It's good to see you on your feet again. We too have to move on. I believe you could. Keep your eyes and your ears open. Perhaps you'll hear a snippet or two of information about the river pirates. Come tell me in the Leaping Stag if you hear anything. Before I forget, Forgrim, Kano, you both already know what to do. Let's go. We have no time to lose.
Tak, tutaj mieszczanie nie będą z nami gadali. Mowy nie ma. I czasami tutaj są kupcy. Raz tam, raz tu. To takie losowe. Tu będzie handlarka rybami. To widać po kotach. Dobra, coś tu jest do rozbicia. Nie. A, i tutaj też poprawili kradzież kieszonkową na 100%. Jest o niebo lepsza niż ta w jedynce. Tutaj jak się nie uda kradzież kieszonkowa, to można jeszcze raz spróbować. Ale ma się też trzęsące się dłonie, czy tam podejrzany. Już nie pamiętam. Ale można jeszcze raz spróbować. I dopiero jak się okradnie kogoś ze wszystkiego, to wtedy nie można.
You there! In the name of the River Father, stop! The River Father and his voice observe all things that take place on the river. Use caution in your deeds and plans. We will be observing you.
By the thunderboxes, Emerin, stop pestering travelers with your blathering.
Dość niemiły typ.
Day in and day out, you let your burdens be carried on his back. Therefore, you should pay homage to him and honor him.
I've had enough of you. Get out of here now and leave the people in peace. Then you, keep your nose out of my business, if you please. That fellow isn't welcome here.
Ta, od moich spraw, a przed chwilą jęczał, żeby zostawił podróżnych.
There is more to lose here than mortals could ever know. So beware of the dark tentacles. Otherwise, death and destruction will befall you. But you are also the protector of hope and power. One seen in the fabric of life. Find me on the Isle of Forgetting, which is now marked on your map. It is there that destiny is to be fulfilled.
Enough, you stinking piece of flotsam. Leave this place right now, and take your raft with you. You have blocked my jetty long enough today.
You may be the master of the harbor here, but you aren't lord of the river. Nevertheless, I'll do what you ask. However, only until next time. Farewell, Orbert.
Dobra, ja sprawdzę jeszcze tutaj przystań. No ale tutaj jest ciekawie, o. Ten statek płynie sobie, a w Bedrock tak nie było. A ci chyba łowią ryby. Albo udają, że wiosłują. W każdym razie ten na przedzie. Na serio wiosłuje. Tyle... Czy on nie powinien siedzieć w drugą stronę? Dobra, ja to nie kapuję.
Where are you headed for, if I may ask? How nice for you. Then you can disappear from my harbor. Now.
Tak miły, że chcę go przedstawić mojemu toporkowi.
Since when does our captain find it necessary to hire mercenaries to protect the town? Typical for him. Through the town gate and keep to the left. I'll mark the barracks on your map for you. Was that it then? I have more important things to do. Him? That was old Eberron. He's a crank who believes that the River Father sent him to us personally. Just ignore him. Was that it then? I have more important things to do. Pirates! Bah! The whispering about those horror stories is starting to wear on my nerves. Only ignorant peasants believe nonsense like that. Of course there are pirates. There have always been pirates. The minute more than one boat is attacked, you hear that pirates are in control of the entire Great River. That proves nothing. That just means that you didn't select your mooring place very well. Things like that just happen sometimes.
I od razu jest coś tutaj podejrzanego.
Enough. I've already wasted too much time with all these fairy tales about pirates. Ask the merchants here at the harbor. They're more talkative than a crowd of fishwives. But in the name of the 12, leave me in peace. Was that it?
Obyśmy się nie spotkali w ciemnym zaułku, bo przysięgam. Zasmakujesz mojego toporka. On jest dziwny. Jakby był do czegoś potrzebny jeszcze.
Av's blessing. Here, I have something for you. I don't open my customers' packages, if you please. Here you go. Have fun with it.
Tak. Ten pierścień jest boski dla kupców. Znaczy, jak ktoś ma targowanie się, przepraszam, nie dla kupców. Jak założę na przykład krasnoludowi, to nic się nie stanie, bo nie ma targowania wyuczonego. Więc na razie dla mnie jest bezużyteczne. A to chyba kobieta z dodatku, bo jej tutaj nie znajdziecie, jeśli nie macie zainstalowanego dodatku właśnie.
Ah, welcome to beautiful Nadoret. I'm always happy to see a new face in town. My name is Trevina Ironwood. I'm a collector of old maps. I recently got my hands on this treasure map, and I thought you might be interested.
Właśnie.
I'm just not the treasure hunting type. I trade in maps. If a map has no value as a collector's item, I sell it on. Just because it happens to be a treasure map doesn't mean it's worth anything to a collector. If you like, it's yours for 5 silver thalers.
O.
Deal. Here's your treasure map. Always be with you.
Tylko, że się dam orżnąć pewnie. Mapa skarbów. Niewielka mapa... Ciekawe. Nie mówcie, że mi zaznaczono. No bez jaj. Też mi szukanie skarbów. No, tu jest dość dużo też pochowanych właśnie takich skrzyneczek, beczek. Znaczy poszukać. No i można trochę zyskać.
Welcome to Old Benjamporium.
Fajne
How
okularki.
can I help?
To... Patrzmy co masz. Drewniany miecz ćwiczebny. Pachnidło. Kaptur błazna.
Welcome to Old Benjamporium. How can I help? Oh, that really is something, isn't it? Everyone's talking about these pirate robberies, and some of the stories going around are really fantastical, I tell you. Just by chance, I overheard two of the river folk saying that the attacks were going on because the pirates had a competition going. They're all looking for a treasure trove that's supposed to have been lost in the river. About the pirates? You could ask old Greyhair. That crafty old fox has ears everywhere. You'll probably find him near the market, trying to beg, steal, or borrow a farthing or two. Oh, I almost forgot about Bailiff Rabbig. If anyone knows about that, he does. During the day, you'll find him at the town's south gate. Perhaps he can help you. Can I do anything else for you?
A, jeszcze zleconko wezmę.
Oh, yes, I'm glad you asked. The innkeeper of the Mellow Ox has ordered some merchandise. Please, take it to him in the tavern. He will surely reward you for doing this. You will find the tavern to the north of Nadoret. Can I perhaps help you in some other way?
No, tu jest właśnie baron.
Hey, you, take a hike. Baron Dajan doesn't want to be pestered by riffraff during his visit to the town.
It's all right, Caston. Relax. I always have a sympathetic ear for my subjects, even if they are dwarves. So, speak.
Tak, mówię od razu. Ma uradę do krasnoludów.
Pirates? Around here? How dreadful. You know, you should really hand in a petition to my servants in the castle. Then I'll deal with it right away. After the preparations for my next party are complete, of course. Now then, away with you. We would like to continue our stroll.
You heard the Baron. Get lost. Otherwise, we'll make you move on.
Milusi. No w sumie nie są aż tak mili jak nasz kapitan portu. Królowa lodu chyba jest jego żoną.